Ladies and gentlemen, so now we thought say Ghana Black Stars ye team no aye yewi. So we met Mexico and USA. Ebusuya recently omo de omo mafia ye pa. Na no ebusuya amanfo bebre na no omo aboto. Kevin Taylor odibia bebom. Na Kevin Taylor o kire mu a Black Stars omo kopie US no nea ekoso no wa drop pictures. Ladies and gentlemen, masho wa so be share video we na afoforo so ensa ebekebi. Na fi ubeche wadwe ama me e comment section. Product ba kwa am recommend ama uyo bia opesa wo skin no ebusuya etoso eyi ukokopie na fi otuntum so ekasa eno ani Chloe K product and am recommend ama product we is good for all skin type. Wo US no pe bi eyi so a shipping free. Wo other countries so be kitu even no be to for shipping na no dey wonsa aka wo product. So wo bakaya since 2014 eno dey Black Stars Ebusuya World Cup aye koye o Brazil eno de anko ye eno Elvis Efriye Ankra okotena committee nim esunye eno so free ho Anas areme ya Anas ordinary de ebebo mu number 12 eno so nyantachi no ho ekokan ye wo sa video no mu ebusuya since then no Ghana Black Stars en shada enye ye papa bia Neno ena recently ye hu say kudus ne inaki mu na de no omaba enu nti no Black Stars sesia no omochi wa papa shraw ye ka say ye yen form ma ladies and gentlemen friendly match ye meet Mexico 2-0 ye say committee US just say 4-0 that was the humiliating part Neno na Kevin Taylor busuan the type pro or so on tiasie Kevin Taylor versus Okraku and Chris Hughton.
There's an issue I think say we are avoiding it, and it's something we need to discuss now. And Sana Ajinsim, or it gets to a point where we cannot solve the problem. And it's got to do with this issue. It's got to do with the Ghana Football Association. Ket Okraku, the GFA boss. Now, there's something we need to discuss here. The issue, say. I asked a question recently about Ket Okraku Mante, the GFA boss, no. A dear partner wa achieve time from time obey FA boss till date. What has he achieved? And when you ask these questions, people get pissed off. And they feel say Okraku has to be protected no matter what. That is my problem. Because people are hired, and when they are hired, it is based on their performance and a more extension of contract. And I say, yes, some more extension of leadership. And this will be a FA boss for a couple of years. That's the ultimate Ghana for what he has added to Ghana sports. And the Ghana Football Association, let me say that's much better. The Ghana Football Association, Nirizo Mesusisiano, what he has actually added. Because there's nothing Ken Okraku Mante has added to our football. And this guy, since he assumed office, continuously he is destroying our soccer, especially our national team. For a very long time, we've not had a unique national team. Let's put the Black Stars in the basket a little bit. Yeah, any unique national team here, the younger ones, satellites, meteors, black queens, it's recently black queens and maidens. They are basically winning some games. We are sitting in Ghana and the Gabi Ochredakun coach amaye. Now you're the coach awaba. Sa coach no kabro funti miami nuanom akamfo ye nte bro funti etumi musa coach no questions because when you see the scrutiny we journalists, sports journalists, some of us, not all of them, some of us, the scrutiny ye did CK akono femu, scrutiny ye did den akwisia pia femu, the questions and the discussions, it has shifted. Today when it comes to somebody like Chris Hughton, the Black Stars current coach now, people don't want to ask questions again. Now, Ket Okraku Mante questions I want to Dawson. The guy has not performed. The guy has technically messed up our senior national team. In fact, the GFA has now become a cluster of friends who believe in one criminal activity. And Momayan Kanukre, your football, and then I say our local league is the worst in Africa. At time. Mediama is doing well in Africa not because of the league they played in. It is because of the investment the owners of the club put in the team. Let's not get this wrong. Mediama Football Club is not doing well in Africa because your league is extraordinary. No, Mediama is doing well because the owners of the club, they have invested a lot because they understand what the game means. But when it comes to the national, the Football Association itself, you could see, say, our team, no, and as our teams, no, every single day, team, no, egu. The Black Star, me, I'm one person. I don't like going after single players, picking players individually and going after them. I don't do that because I see a team as a team. So what is soccer? What is teamwork? As here, you understand to say this is a team. It's up to the technical mind. It's up to the coach to pick players who can do the job. Now, our performance against the United States men's national team, no, who say Chris Hughton as the head of the Black Stars, as the head coach, you know, he is empty. I am not going to mince words here. This guy, he has some kind of respect. He's one person. He has the personality. It is tough for you to stand in front of him to say the kind of things you want to say, but it does not mean say we can't tell him that he is a bad coach. The coach is terrible. The coach isn't performing. The coach has lost it. The Black Star today, as we play, we see it. Ket Okraku, who is the engineer, Ket Okraku today is allowing Exp0ses to dictate what the Black Stars need. That is our problem. Today we don't have a Black Star that was picked or put together by Ghanaians. When I say by Ghanaians, selected players, no, but we watch the game. Yes, so we know players who are doing good. But what we saw against the United States, what we saw against Mexico, you could see, say, this is a coach who does not have any philosophy. This is a coach who does not have any strategy. Our team does not play to any strategy. We don't have a pattern. It is basically players coming together to play. And the coach just picking names and putting them at places he thinks maybe a chance will come. Chance to be baba, no be able to net. So you could see, say, the coach does not have any plan. The team, you know, the Black Stars of Sule Muntari, Stephen Tornado Apia, Michael Essien, the Black Stars of Milovan, the Black Stars of Akosi Apia, the Black Stars of the past, some of the past coaches, you know, it got to a point in Africa and in the world, you know, everyone was saying, say, Black Stars pattern has changed. It's a pattern where they play only one top. They play only one top because they rely on their sole striker, that is Asamoah, and believe that the strength of their team is in the midfield. So you have Muntari, you have Essien, you have Tornado, you have Lai Kingston, or you have so they believe to say the moment you intercept Yenya ball midfield now, the pin man who is Asamoah will get the ball and he's a clinical finisher. So we had the pattern. People believed in Black Stars pattern. We played the Nations Cup. Throughout the Nations Cup, we played with only one striker and we were able to get to the finals because the team was carrying a particular pattern we were playing. And now besides the Black Stars pattern, but we have no pattern. People are just in the midfield when all that they are waiting for is for the opponent to be dispossessed and as they make a mistake for them to get the ball. And then what do? Because they run back, they get the ball and they don't know what to do. Now, the issue here is we need to blame the coach. We need to start asking questions. This is the coach we signed. We were supposed to see some improvement in the Black Stars play, in the pattern of play, in cohesion, in the way players on the field, you know, they can, the coordination will be there. There's nothing like that. And Chris Hughton came to coach Black Stars. In the history of the Republic of Ghana, you ensure Black Stars 4-0 in 30 minutes. No. And it is not like we lost the game 4-0. It is the worrying thing about this whole thing was we didn't play well. It's not like the players are trying or the coach is tactically trying to do something which is extraordinary. Yako World Cup, we saw it. Akufo-addo was at the bench, but you could see there was a pattern. There was a pattern where you could see, say, now we have a shot, now we are, you see. There's no pattern in this team. So when the team does not have pattern, it means it does not have a technical eye. It does not have a bench. Then it means the team near Frafrakobo. So we need to call a spade a spade. We don't have a Black Stars team. We have players, but we don't have a team. And this man, we need to look in his face and tell him, Massa, we are paying you all this money because we want you to perform than the people you came to meet. We have been so hard on local coaches who have handled Black Stars. And for us to give this man just to walk free, I'm not saying free as not to attack him. I'm just saying to just get away with murder without answering questions and we telling him that his job should be on the line if he is not able to win any game that comes before him. Because you hire a coach and the coach comes in, every single player that he has brought into the team has not performed over normal average. You've hired a new coach that has come in on to me BT previous coaches any of their records. Then it means you have hired a failure. To me, when this man became the Black Stars coach, I thought he had something extraordinary. The Black Star pattern of play is gone. There's nothing like that. The coach stands at the bench and relies on individual players. He believes that they can do magic. That is not how it works. So you see, it's a good materials on the pitch on Black Stars team. They cannot perform because the coach is not giving them any pattern, any strategy, any technical way to play their game. So this coach Wasa, I'm going to be straightforward with you. And today I saw a video of Countryman Songo hitting at the sports minister. What has the sports minister got to do with this? What has the sports minister got to do with this? I don't see anywhere the sports minister plays in this role. The sports minister is the sports minister. The people who appoint the FA coach is the Ghana Football Association. So why should a journalist sit on TV and start attacking the sports minister? The sports minister has got nothing to do here. In fact, when you look at the hierarchy, the sports minister is just there to help the team be assisted by the government. The Ghana Football Association is an autonomous institution. So when we go into the Ghana Football Association and we stop asking the relevant questions and then shifting blames because sports minister we there or easy and most important thing is that nonsense should stop. And with all due respect, Songo, I respect you a lot. I think the idea of shifting the blame from Okraku, from the coach to the sports minister, it does not make any sense to me. And this is my view. This is what I see. We need to start asking the coach questions. He cannot always be the nice guy, the quiet guy. Many are normal anti-4 journalists on your sports. Sebi ododo adenti brofunti omu share coach omu to me questions. Because you go busa questions is here or return a question, bro. Better than we know. So when you go to press conferences, a few journalists who basically can speak English, write good English, are the only people questioning the coach. But they are quiet. And then omunya coach awobetuma confronting in their local dialect. So they have allowed this coach to pass. So oko sebio mini anoma kanfo radio sports oko eye Peace FM eye Kumasi Kesbin eye you could see say the energy not normal to go after Akwesiapia, go after Sike Akono, go after coaches. They think they can say things for them to understand. This coach, they are just giving this coach the room. And Ket Okraku has created some empire here. Today in Ghana football, there are a few people who can talk about this coach and talk about him. Ket Okraku Mante has failed. Yes, you people should get real. He has failed. There's no team. It is basically some man that we think we respect and Obian to Minkanim and Ankwasiafo way as say Ghana soccer. And at this point, we don't have any better team at the Nations Cup.
Nenona Kevin Taylor or bed dropping exclusive or chemu say. In your maybe a course or USA Ghana for here the NIMSA information and meet Kevin Taylor Ebushia. Wako deep pictures. NAFI Mogumbi.
Now something terrible happened. I want to let you people understand. Ghana Black Star players are mobile USA. 99% of the players did not stay in camp. They were not in camp. They were on holidays. They came to the United States to enjoy themselves. The coach now from the team manager of the Black Stars, he could not even control the players. Team manager of the Black Stars or Slépt players Sika. This is how bad it is. The team manager of Black Stars, Odidinkwaranechi and Osresre Omusika. And when you sit back and ask yourself, how did we get here? All those boys you saw on the pitch, they could not even run. They spent less time training. Majority of the time they were out there. Patene leader. All these boys, most star boys near the eyes of border because they did not come and they don't have any leader in the Black Stars, in the administrative level or the managerial level to tell them, say, you are players, young players. I wanna be players in Kwa. And these players were playing like coach team players. There's not discipline in the team because the players themselves, some of them know, say they were not supposed to be in the team. They have been called because of some people's affiliation to Okraku or their connections up there. Today, when you go to Ghana Football Association, ESCO members, they are paying their way to become ESCO members, because the moment you become ESCO member, you can bring your players to join some of the national teams. And it has become a money galore thing. People don't want to work. Bibi SCA US time at team Nibaye. And we are taking this up. Loud Silence Media, we are going to take this up. We are going to make sure, say, baby, I didn't see, we will make sure all international sports channels will carry this, because there was an assault on a journalist, a Ghanaian journalist, by Okraku's bodyguard. This is ridiculous. And what hurt Parana say, there were people in the managerial level, management level, executive level, they were protecting crime. So we have officially written to the hotel BlackStars were staying. Now, this is what happened. Time of BlackStars in Nashville. They were lodging in a hotel. My mama story didn't Moketo Krekuno, or one useless guy. Now, Modi Amontina Ghana, and I'm also some Kwasia Samso. Now, Mubahu de Besi on BlackStars. When they went to Nashville, this young journalist, his name is Chief Seidu Adamu. Now, this guy has been a very strong critic of Okraku's GFA. He's a journalist. He has the right to speak his mind and write what he thinks isn't going right when it comes to the GFA, how it's being managed by Okraku and his people. Now, this gentleman was assaulted. And he was assaulted by a gentleman, Okraku muni GFA, Bafane say, or security. Into this guy who calls himself GFA security. I've never heard anything like that before. Or you say, or your national security. Every single place they go, no matter some vagabond way. He is some ignorant, daft criminal. And almost swat the team nechi. And a Ghanaian journalist living in the United States of America wanted to go to the hotel. He had some interviews to conduct. And when he approached the hotel, this criminal or friend who said, oh yeah, Ghana Football Association security guard, bodyguard, he assaulted this gentleman. And I'm going to make sure we get to the bottom of this. We have written to the hotel. We will make sure, say, Okraku and the FA, they respond to this, because you can't bring a team to America and you allow vagabonds and criminals you call security to assault a journalist in America. No. So this gentleman came out and told Ghanaians, he has been assaulted. And you see, he actually, the GFA, instead of them to come out to apologize to what happened. Now, the man who assaulted this gentleman, his name is Aziz, this guy. Get Okrekuni GFA, Kobe Bianomatam, this criminal or a security bodyguard. This is the nonsense happening at the Ghana Football Association. They are attacking journalists. They are making their vagabonds and criminals almost to attack journalists. So this guy, if you don't know this guy, they took this guy to the last World Cup. This is the guy. This guy. And these are the people, they follow the team, they pay them, they take government money, they are flying first class with the team, and their job is their security. Security to who? This is a criminal. The Juman is saying. So even in the last World Cup, this guy was on the field. Tama, Tottenham's son also, this was the guy trying to take picture with him. This is the guy following them. When also your team security for BlackStars. When did you hear that? And what they do is they go after every single person who criticizes Okraku Mante's the managerial skills. I'm talking about as an main administrator of the Ghana Football Association. And these are the people. And I'm going to tell you something at a time, the most disgusting thing about this whole story. So this gentleman goes to the hotel as a journalist. He might be having an interview scheduled. Now this gentleman comes out and say, hey, whoa. Because when I watch on some I will criticize it to GFA. Look at this nonsense. We have written to the hotel. The response from the hotel, no, we will make sure the American Federation are in charge of Ghana BlackStars. It will be tough because you can't come here and come and assault people. Now this guy assaults the journalist. Now after our assaulted journalist, no, when you call for our A journalist was assaulted. So what do you expect? Now, time and BlackStars ever America. That was the same time not the draw for the African Nations Cup. Okay. Time and BlackStars wahano. The draw for the Nations Cup it was ongoing. Now remember, see a Nations Cup draw. What happens is Obia making sure that the ESCO members echo. The reason why people send their ESCO members, and I say Ghana Football Association sends their top executives there, and they say when people go for the balloting, and I say that is the time you the Football Association, you need to be scouting for better hotels, better locations, training fields. Send your bayer, people will not take all the training fields and better hotels from you. And then they be Alberti on African Cup of Nations. No, because hotel near the because instead of the ESCO members leaving the BlackStars to come and play the friendly match, all of them follow the BlackStars to America with this fool. And ba America, and they have left the draw near Kosovo. Instead of them, the ESCO members to be there and making sure say the event, they will take their time and locate or scout for better locations, better hotels, administrative stuff to make the team comfortable when the Nations Cup starts. Number corner, these people all left the draw and then they followed the BlackStars to America. Randy Abeno Kaon. Kobna Yeboah is the swag president. Kobna Yeboah. This guy, Kobna Yeboah, this lady, this man, Gifty Owari, she has bought her way into the Ghana Football Association ESCO members. Everybody knows this MPP girl, National Service Secretariat. She has been able to buy her way, and Okraku is filling the GFA with party foot soldiers. This lady was part of the team because Wakoto team Fiambi into a top club, some foolish club will be and other top a position at the Ghana Football Association. Because when you become an ESCO member, say a man team apart from the BlackStars, the Black Maidens, the Black Princess, you can infiltrate the teams with your players. So this lady went to buy some foolish team and then bought her way into Ghana Football Association as an ESCO member. So this girl today is an ESCO member of the Ghana Football Association. Now this lady man followed the team here to America. Kobna Yeboah, who is the Sports Writers Association president, he also followed the team to America. Now, Kobna Yeboah, you as a journalist, if somebody or a journalist has been assaulted at a hotel in America, what do you have to do, Kobna Yeboah? Do you know, say, when this Aziz guy assaulted the journalist, a Ghanaian journalist, it was this Gifty Owari and Kobna Yeboah, who in fact was supposed to protect the journalists, they were the ones begging the journalists not to report this matter, not to make it public. Yes. Kobna Yeboah, the president of SWAG, he is supposed to defend the journalist, Sports Writers Association of Ghana, or no, your president, instead of Kobna Yeboah standing for the journalist to say, no, this guy is a journalist. You are the FA. My interest is to protect journalists. In fact, I'm supposed to make sure they get the information they need. Now, this guy assaulted a journalist, held his neck, Kobna Yeboah rather is begging the journalist, with that Gifty or girl, say, please, men can't see where we are as a nation. And Kobna Yeboah is telling, man, can't you be Kobna Yeboah, who is supposed to be the swag president, he is rather trying to protect crime. So you see Kobna Yeboah, Gifty Owari, these people, I'm putting them up because they should come out and deny. And everyone was expecting, say, these people or the GFA will release a statement and say, in fact, what happened? The gentleman who was attacked by the so-called Ghana Football Association bodyguard, it was wrong, and that we condemn that. They are rather protecting a criminal. Kobna Yeboah protecting a criminal. An ESCO member is sitting there and begging and say, journalists, don't go out and say it. We will make sure this nonsense stops. You make sure this foolishness stops. Instead of you people doing your job, and Kobna Yeboah has been a disappointment. You have been a disappointment. So who is defending the journalist today? You come and sit on TV with suit when it come, they say, are you working for the FA or you are working as an independent for an independent association? You are basically working for the FA. So how are we going to get the writers to scrutinize the FA and what they are doing? How are we going to get journalists speaking out against even the bad things happening in the FA? And people are buying their way. They are buying their way into the Black Stars ESCO membership nonsense. And this is where we are today. So the gentleman, he is here. They assaulted the gentleman. And these were the people protecting crime. Then you turn around to assault Ghanaians. We are going to make sure this never happens again.
We'll share view on Ghana BlackStars against Mexico performance at so NAFI BlackStars versus USA sa performance and also ebusu Ashawo adwema me e comment section ho na masrawa so we'll share video we na Hughton na sa ebekemi midin Edikojo Black makramo.